The Czech Republic.
Hungary.
Belarus.
These are the next 3 countries to have their second rehearsals here at the Eurovision Song Contest 2019. Shall we talk about them? Let's do this! Find out what connections you have to these countries with My Heritage. First up was the Czech Republic, and sadly the TV press center, or rather the press center's TV, was not working. We saw nothing, we heard nothing, but this was already in a good place yesterday, y'all. We didn't need to see it, we didn't need to hear it to know they likely slayed. In fact, our correspondent Diego, who is in the arena, told us they did in fact slay. Albert is still likable, the group is still charismatic and charming, they still look good, the Instagram story tabs still work. You better swipe up.
Yeah, I mean, obviously this is one where it does depend a lot on the visual as well, because a lot of it is the framing and the way that they put it on the screen. So even the clip that they've uploaded on Eurovision.tv doesn't show off the best bits of the staging, so it's kind of hard to tell. But yeah, it was already probably the most polished that we saw on the first day, so I'm sure that they can't have harmed it really. Only improvements can be made. So yeah, it's hard, it's unfortunate, but I still have them down as a qualifier even without seeing them today.
They did say in their press conference, though, that I think is interesting, that one of the criticisms they've had is that they're a bit too enthusiastic on staging, and that can sometimes harm the vocal. And Albert actually said they are approaching this as a divide and conquer strategy. So for the jury show, it will be much more restrained. They'll focus on hitting the vocal and nailing that because they recognise for that audience. But then for the live televised performance, all the enthusiasm and happiness will be back there. So I think they have this well in hand. They are listening to critique, iterating upon it, and working on a better product. And that's what you want to see people doing during the second rehearsals.
My girl is slipping out of frame, so you come in tighter. Yes. The next country was Hungary, and let me tell you what a difference a day makes. Yesterday, this was just boring.
Yesterday.
Sunday.
No, what I'm saying is during their previous rehearsal earlier. Sorry, forgive me, not yesterday. The last time he rehearsed, it was just so boring. There was some black and there was some gold, and it was too dark even with the gold. Today it came to life. The producers have finally executed the blueprint that Hungary gave them. This is not a golden shower. It is a yellow brick road fantasy. Do you know what I mean? It feels like there are 1,000 Chinese lanterns in the sky or something. There's just all these lights. It's just so much more magical. And now you get the feels that normally come in the final minute much earlier. Even the digital renderings of the relatives, the predecessors, the ancestors, even that looked better to me.
Yeah.
This was really good. He's now back in contention to go through. Vocally, he's there. In terms of atmosphere, he's creating it. And finally, he has the visuals he deserves.
Yeah, it's like a Firefly funhouse almost in the background. It's really, really cool. And yeah, Joci it was all so much better. And it almost reminded me of Origo, where the first time we saw that, we were like, oh no, this isn't doing very well. And then all of a sudden the second rehearsal came around and we're like, oh my God, it's so good. Hungary just seemed to nail it the second time around, which, hey, as long as you do that and you're in a good position for the Tuesday night semi-final, perfect. Yeah, really good vocally, the graphics worked, everything was just better, slicker, more polished, better lighting. Every complaint we had about it, they pretty much addressed.
Yeah, it's just beautiful. He sounds fantastic. The stage is really pretty. He has this kind of tree of life effect underneath him. A lot of people are going to rush to make comparisons to Jamala, but this is an entirely different kind of tree. It links up to different representations. Jamala also did not invent trees. This is not a Euro kleptomania incident going on.
They've existed for millennia.
Yeah. Since the dawn of time. No, this really is fantastic. So beautiful. He sounds fantastic. The stage is mesmerizing. This is absolutely a standout moment from semi-final 1.
Well, yeah.
That's it.
And the final country in this group was
Belarus.
Our girl brought it. This was already banging in the first rehearsal, and now she's got this leg kick thing she does. It just had more viv and vim, more power, more fire. She sounds great. She dances great. It's so likable. You can tell she's 16 because 16-year-olds bring kind of an effervescence, an enthusiasm, an energy.
Jeunesse.
Yeah, she's not jaded. This is so exciting for her, and then you feel her excitement, and that's what I love so much about this. Some people complained about about her backing dancers and their outfits. I quite like them. I think it works.
Yeah.
It's all very urban. He can unpack in a minute. I think it's just so urban and street. And yeah, I really feel confident this is going through.
Yeah, I thought this was amazing. I actually, today's, because she's changed it up, it's pinker. I got shades of Penelope Pitstop. It's, young glamour gal of the gas pedal about town. I just thought this was, and also I think the first performance was almost so urban, it kind of aged in a bad way, whereas now they've recovered some of the youth, and it has this just effervescence is the right word for it. I think a song that a lot of people had underestimated coming in. She continues to elevate. She's a talented performer. She hits those high notes. The performance looks great. I think Belarus is actually a dark horse to make it out of the semi-final. I think people are going to be surprised.
I preferred what she was wearing in the first rehearsal, I'm not going to lie. And also the backing dancers that come in, backing singers and dancers who come in later are wearing these weird pink arm warmers, but they don't match with the pink that is on her jacket, and I just feel like that would be a nice, there's a lot, there is an awful lot visually going on here, and then when you start adding in fire and smoke and everything else that they start bringing in, like the production crates had smoke coming out of them, so it's like, well, that's clearly, that is the final prop as well.
I say why stop at one shade of pink? There's at least 50 you can choose from.
Listen, honeys, we are on the street, and look, we're all wearing different clothes, but we look real good in front of this wall. That's how I feel about Zena. It's a lot going on, but because there's so much going on, I don't mind. If they were at Fashion Week, I'd be like, listen, what are you doing? But they're not at Fashion Week. They're on stage, on the street, having a party.
Yeah. I just feel like it's almost the opposite of Finland, where there is too little going on, they're too far apart. Here it feels like there's a lot going on. They're all really close together, and it's just hard to keep up with everything. Maybe that frenetic kind of energy is going to do well for it. If she's going for that younger fan base who probably can keep up with it more than I can, maybe.
Our boy is analytic. I like this. In any case, that's what we think. What do you think? Did any act from these three light your fire? Who do you think is going through, and who do you want to go through? Let us know here on wiwibloggs.
Make sure to subscribe to the YouTube channel, hit the like button, the notification bell so you never miss a video from us, and put in the comments what you think about Like It.
And we have loved chatting with you on the live stream all day. We will be there every single day for the next week and a bit still, and make sure to join us.
I don't know how to introduce our partner, so I'm just gonna say, if you wanna slay, do your DNA with my heritage. We'll see you later. Bye.